weekend, and I am going on a trip down to St Ives in Cornwall, and I'm taking my Model Y, my Tesla Model Y, a car you may not have known that I owned. And I'm going to see this weekend, I'm going to see on this drive, how easy is it to use an EV on a long road trip? How long will I have to stop for? How often will I have to stop? And is it busy? Is there going to be a huge wait at each charger? Is it going to be ridiculously expensive? Am I going to be sat at the charger for 50 minutes every time? It's currently 6:37. I've got 254 miles range at 100% charge. And I'm going to see, are the EV myths true? You can't drive EVs long distances. A little bit of history. So this car is 3 years old. It's got 30,100 miles. I've reset the trip odometer, and if I flip you guys round, you can see I've checked, this is reset, and we're at 100% charge up for overnight, and that is showing as 255 miles. We're navigating to St Ives. There we go. That's the one in Cornwall, right? Yep, perfect. And I want to make sure I set my arrival energy so I get there with about 60% battery, something like that. So we'll click save there. Cool. So it looks like we're going to have to stop 3 times, one in Amesbury, one in Exeter, and one in Camborne, and we're going to get there, well, St Ives 12:39. It's not too bad. It is long. It's 6 hours and 4 minutes. I'm going to see if it gets the range. It says it's at 255. We've got to get to Amesbury, 123 miles away. So in theory, should be at 130. Hopefully, we'll see if the rumours are true and you can't drive EVs long distance. Come with me on the journey and we'll see. Coming off at Amesbury charger, there's actually 7 spots available. We've arrived with 35% battery, which is an improvement, as the car thought we'd get here with like 25%. So we're going to head into the chargers now. As you can see, a few other Teslas here. A couple spaces, 2 next to us, a couple over there, a couple in front of us. Looks like they're charging over there. There we go, we're plugged in. So we arrived at 35% with 90 miles. We did 124 miles. So if we add that on to 90, that takes us to about 210. So it was about 40 miles off on the estimation. But we got here with more than we thought. And as you can see, the price is 41p per kilowatt hour. So we're going to sit, charge up, and see how much the session cost goes up to. See how much it costs us to charge up at stop number 1.
A few moments later.
Right, there we go. We've literally just gone and got a Costa coffee, and what did you get? Some strawberry thing. Ew! Strawberry green thing. And it's literally already back up at 87%. We must have been out there not even 10 minutes. So next stop is Exeter for another charge, another 2 hours and 25 minutes now. It's going to take to do 100 miles. And we've got 88% or 222 miles. This has cost me, let's have a look here, charging. This has been £12.70. Granted, we stayed here longer than we needed to. We could have left already. Now we're back. It is filling up and there are people waiting to charge. We are on the A30 in the middle of a forest, it looks like. Not really sure what's going on. We've actually just started moving, but we've been stationary for quite a while. The car has updated for us to go no longer to Exeter, but now to Lifton. As we charged more in Amesbury, we can make it further, which is good to see. We will update you when we get to the next charging point in about an hour. See you then.
I wanna be keeping you warm. I got the right temperature to shelter you from the storm.
Cool, so we've just arrived in Lifton, which is actually quite a small village, and we're at the Arundel Hotel, Bar and Grill, that sort of thing. They've got a set of about 15, 20 superchargers here, 5 spots, so we just park straight up. We've arrived with 21% and 54 miles. It has been quite a long stint. We've been running for about 3 hours. So definitely looking forward to getting out, stretching the legs. I wouldn't want to drive for much longer without stopping, especially as I need to use the loo. So we'll plug it in, we'll see how long we need to be here for, and then when we can get back on the road. Very easy, very demure. Jeez! I've just been into that farm shop, gone to the toilet, and what are we on? Okay. 52%, and we can get to our last charger with 21%. It is charging quite rapidly, 108 kilowatts. We're gonna just hang here a little bit longer, just to stretch our legs. Very good. It's going well so far. Cool, so that was literally like 10 minutes. We've got up to 67% now, so I'm gonna leave just so there's space for other people. No need to keep charging. This has been £11.30 and again is 41p. So far to get down here, this is the second charge, both at about £12, so we're about 24 quid. This now would get us all the way, but we're gonna put some extra charge in just locally so that we have some to get around. You've also got to include the first amount of charge when I charged at home. That was about 3 quid. So we are at about £27 just to get down to Cornwall to do about 360 miles. See you at the next one. Last stop, we just pulled up to Camborne in Cornwall. We're about 13 miles away from St Ives, got 87 miles or 34%, which obviously we could use, but we just thought we might be doing some driving around when we're here. So we're gonna use this last supercharger, top up maybe to about 60%, and then we'll have enough to mooch around and then kind of get back. Again, we've turned up, there's 3 free spaces, no waiting at all. So this will be another probably under 10 minutes. Cool, let's plug it in. So we just finished, I'm just about to roll out. It was about 10 minutes. Last one was £9.73 in Camborne, and it's 20 past 2. So we have been on the road since about 7 AM. So what's that, 5, 6, 7? It's gonna have been about 8 hours, which is a long journey, but we've only spent about 30 minutes, maybe 40 minutes charging in total, and they were all stops we would have made anyway. So I'll catch up with you when we get to our destination.
Dobbies.
I'm glad that's in the video.
Oh, Dobbies. Real.
Look into the... Here we are, St Ives, 68% battery. Gorgeous. We are back from the trip to St Ives, and I've done a little bit of calculating. I've looked at how much we paid for each place we go to, how long we waited, and so I'm going to kind of give you the stats. So also I'm going to compare it to a diesel equivalent size car, petrol equivalent size car, and then a very efficient petrol car as well. So obviously we fully charged the Tesla before we left, and we did that using our home charger. It cost £3.52. Our first stop was at Amesbury. We were able to get straight onto a charger. We were there for 21 minutes. We walked across, got a Costa, and by the time we came back, it was ready to go. That cost us £12.89. Second stop, we stopped at a lovely little farm shop in Lifton, which is on the Devon-Cornwall border. We were there for 16 minutes. Again, just enough time to go to the toilet, and that cost us £11.88. Finally, we stopped at Camborne, another Tesla supercharger. Now, we didn't need to stop there, but what we wanted to do was have a little bit of charge in the car, about 60–70%, so that if we drove around Cornwall, we would not have to worry about going elsewhere to charge during the holiday. So we stopped there, we were there for 13 minutes, and that cost us £9.73. So in total, on the way down, it cost us a grand total of £38.02. And if you extrapolate that out and say it was the same both ways, which I'm sure it wasn't exactly because we ended up using that charge from the last charger to get most of the way back and so on and so forth. But anyway, that would have cost us a grand total of £76.04 for the round trip to St Ives. It also meant a total stop time of 50 minutes, which to some people does sound like quite a lot. And looking back, it does sound like a lot if you did it in one stop. Stopping for 50 minutes isn't really something you'd do, but broken up into 3 sort of 15 to 20 minutes. Honestly, no problem at all. And you know, it's good to get snacks, good to go to the toilet. And that was 324 miles down to Cornwall. So, comparing it to the combustion alternatives, so I've selected a Volkswagen Tiguan. It's about the same size as a Tesla Model Y, and I've gone for both the petrol and diesel 2-litre versions. So we'll do diesel first, and I'm using petrol prices from Easter weekend. Obviously, we know what's going on in the world at the moment, so they are a little bit more expensive than the past couple of years, but it should give you a good idea as to how much it costs. So the 2-litre diesel Tiguan gets 49 mpg, is what's quoted by Volkswagen, and that at a price of 190.9 gives you a one-way price of £57.40, or a round trip of £114.80. And again, I'm just using the distance from where I live to St Ives, 324 miles. That does not include any driving around when you get there. So as you can see, £114.80 for the diesel. Petrol, again, 2-litre. This gets 33 mpg, quoted by Volkswagen, and at a petrol price of £1.59. One way would cost you £70.94, or a round trip of £141.88, which is almost double the Tesla. Very interesting, don't you think? Twice as much. 50-minute stop, paying twice as much to go on holiday. But everyone will go, 2-litre petrol Tiguan, you know, there are much more efficient cars out there. Yes, there are. So I've selected what I find to be a very efficient petrol car, a Mini Cooper, Mini 1, 1.2. That gets 58 mpg as quoted by Mini. So using again the same petrol price of £158.9. That gets you a one-way price of £40.39, or a round trip of £80.78. So still more expensive than the Tesla, but only by about £4 for the round trip. So what I would say is kind of negligible. The big difference being that it's a lot smaller of a car. There's no way that you could fit a full family into a Mini 1, and you couldn't fit nearly as much luggage into a Mini 1. So if that's the trade-off you're looking for, then yeah, it is about the same price. But apples to apples, what we show here is Tesla round trip, £76, diesel Tiguan round trip, £114, and petrol Tiguan round trip, £141. Something to think about. If you're getting an EV, you can see how cheap it is. Granted, I was charging at Tesla Superchargers. That was at 41 pence per kilowatt hour. There are more expensive chargers, there are cheaper chargers, depends on how quickly you want to charge. But if this has been an interesting video, learning a little bit about costs for driving across the country in an EV, please do subscribe, I really do appreciate it. And if you've liked this video, you know there's a button right down below. Thanks very much for watching, I'll see you in the next one.